don't want to go on a rant here. What the hell does rant mean?
All right, we're here with episode 26. So just kick us off. I just want to get this over with as soon as possible. I just took a nap, and I want to go back to taking a nap.
Episode 26, banner still says 25.
And this from the guy who was in the lobby, doesn't bother to mention it until we get on.
Just
And
noticed
you just
it.
took all of the fun away from this podcast. I have no interest in doing it. So let's
I'm
just
the
get this
thief
over
of
with.
joy.
Let's just fucking get this over with.
Thief of joy.
Give us probably the least popular segment on the podcast to follow up to whatever death that nobody remembers. Because I guarantee you nobody who listens to this remembers. They have to go back.
Oh, they remember. So it was the kind of the interesting one. V. Kamaraj, Indian bus driver. The local papers said that it was a meteorite. NASA was like, nah, it was an explosion. So first of all, it only had 2016 as the day. I actually found the date that it actually occurred. It happened around 12:30 p.m. on Saturday, February 6th, 2016. His name was Kamaraj. So it wasn't V. Kamaraj. His name was Kamaraj. And he was a bus driver at an engineering college. Well, don't mind they need bus drivers. He was killed and 3 other men were injured in a quote-unquote explosion after a burning object fell from the sky. So NASA was quick to say, whoa, wasn't a meteorite. But every other scientific expert that weighed in said, yeah, dudes, it was a motherfucking meteorite. So apparently, this happened in India. After a burning object fell from the sky, like I said, it created a 3-foot wide crater, and they recovered a black pockmarked stone from the site. The sample showed the presence of carbonaceous chondrites. They were 100% confident that it was a meteorite because the substance they recovered from the spot contained globular particles found only in meteorites and not in any other terrestrial material. They also collected samples from the terrace of the college building, which also contained materials like nickel, chromium, sulfur, and iron that were sent for a detailed chemical examination that they felt were parts of the meteorite that had broken off on impact. The scientists at NASA was like, no, it really wasn't that. But all signs point to that it actually was a meteorite, which would be the first time ever in history that a person was killed by a meteorite.
It doesn't seem possible. Meteorites are fucking ginormous.
What are
Even
the
just a little
odds
piece
of
would
that?
kill you. I mean, there's a lot of meteorites that fell. I'm surprised that nobody else has been killed.
Yeah, I'm surprised that would be the first ever in recorded history. Like, you'd think that would have happened more often.
Well, technically it's not because NASA said it wasn't a meteorite.
Yeah, what does NASA know, though? It was probably an alien that they're covering up.
What are they
honestly,
doing?
from-
What are they
from-
doing in India?
Also weird, right? But, I mean, this
So
happened...
why would they care? Why would they cover it up?
So it's been over 6 years. We're talking 6 years and 3 months. And there's no news articles following up on this after like March of 2016. That just seems weird as shit.
I mean, I don't. It doesn't seem like anyone really cares. To be honest, somebody died.
One of the 2 gardeners that were injured in the incident said that he didn't see any flash, but he heard an explosion and felt a pressure wave. And he said, I had maximum injuries on my face, eyes, and stomach. That sounds like a money shot, bro. He had maximum injuries on his face, eyes, and stomach.
Wouldn't that mean you're dead? A maximum injury would just be your face wasn't there anymore.
I fell unconscious, and when I opened the eyes, I found that my pants and shirt had been torn off. He just got raped by an alien.
I mean, there's no other explanation for what it is other than like it's a satellite that fell. Obviously, It's not a plane.
It wasn't a plane. It didn't seem like it was a bomb or anything like that.
If they found particles from a meteorite, then it's a meteorite. I don't know why anybody would care to cover that up. I would cover it up with it being a meteorite.
Exactly. If it was like a satellite falling or an alien life form that zapped somebody to death. No, it was a meteorite. What are you talking about?
I like how you specified it happened in India, as if Ramadan. Like, I think that happened in fucking like Idaho.
It could have.
Or Springfield.
Which Springfield, though?
the nondescript Springfield in the middle of America.
The only Springfield that matters.
So Randy sent some brackets, and there's one that's like, I don't even know why they came up with this as a bracket. It's kind of stupid and like worthless, but it's so bad that we have to do it.
It's Barstool, I'm guessing, again?
They're all the same Barstool brackets.
Is it all the same author doing them?
I don't fucking know. It's the Lights, Camera, Action Barstool podcast, whoever fucking does that. I just assume every Barstool is a Massachusetts moron. Even the fucking guy from New York.
Portnoy.
Most of them are. I mean, like the New York guy is a Yankees fan, but like I don't know anything about him. But most of the other ones seem like gigantic D-bags.
The New York one I know you're talking about, he comes off as a D-bag too.
So they decided to do best circular things. A 16-seed bracket of best circular things.
I have questions. Okay, let's get into it. I'm just going to say right now, I think the 1 seed's winning because I don't even know what this is going to be.
Then how could you say that the 1 seed is going to win?
Because it just seems like in these types of situations, the most.
What if the 1 seed is your asshole?
It's not circular. It's more like hexagonal.
No, you definitely don't have a hexagon asshole. All right, number 1, sports balls. Obviously, this only applies to sports fans. If you don't watch sports, this wouldn't win, but it's Barstool, so okay. And then number 6, petting a dog's belly. I'm guessing that means you pet in a circular motion. That's a real stretch. You couldn't come up with 16 circles, 16 real circles.
But not all sports balls are circular.
Yeah,
football isn't.
Yeah, but he's saying sports balls. Like he's not going to say, oh, a basketball, a baseball, and this. He's just saying sports balls, so you can all the circular.
But also,
you can put that together. Come on.
Isn't a baseball like a cylinder?
It's a circle.
Okay.
We're not dissecting a fucking Barstool bracket. It's
Can we
sports
do some
balls.
Geometry?
A basketball's round. If you look at it, a baseball, it's round. So sports balls.
What about a hockey puck?
Round. That's not a ball.
Well played. It's a puck.
So yeah, obviously sports balls. So number 8 versus number 9. 0 versus the letter O. I don't know how you
how is that the 8 and 9 seed?
I don't know how you, because they're basically the same thing. I don't know how you compare the two. I lean number, but I feel like the letter is more important.
See, but now I just think when you said the letter O, I think of that old wrestler, the Big O, that was buddies with
the old wrestler, using the term wrestler very loosely.
The old steroid guy.
He was Zack Ryder's like fucking friend.
I can't think. What's his name? The Big O, wasn't it?
It was the Big O.
So I think that guy. So I'm leaning towards number now because of that.
I feel like you're using the numbers. If you're rich,
Letters
you get a lot of zeros
important
in your paycheck. So let's go letters then, because they're more important.
That was the 9 seed?
And yeah, and you don't have to do math, so fuck math. All right.
Fuck
number
math.
5, pizza, and a very low-seeded number 12, donuts.
Ooh, wow. So
I mean, I'm taking pizza all day, but I feel like donuts are very low-seeded as 12.
But, and I guess this is where I'm, not all pizzas are circular, not all donuts are circular. They are a circular thing, but not all of them.
If you're eating a regular pizza and a regular donut, all right, this is not a blanket statement of all fucking pizza everywhere.
But it's Barstool, so I feel like they're
pizza in general is a circle, and donuts in general are circles. Unless you're getting specialty pizzas.
12 seed donut just for the fact that Portnoy loves pizza and always reports on pizza and shit like that, and that makes me not want to vote pizza.
Right, so we're going pizza because this has nothing to do with Dave Portnoy.
But it's Barstool.
Yeah, but that's like he's not putting out a poll where he said pizza has to win, and you're voting against him. He doesn't even know what the Lights Camera Barstool podcast is, I'm sure.
Lights Camera Action is probably what he tells to his underage girls that he's sleeping with.
Where am I? So 5. Okay. I don't follow Barstool, so I don't know what this is. Round Gary. I don't know what that means. And then number 13 seed, Bullseye.
We're gonna go Bullseye.
Yeah, I guess Round Gary might be. It's just a picture of a fat guy giving a middle finger. So I don't get it.
Sounds like a winner.
I guess this is the first one that like you sort of have to know Barstool, I guess, maybe. All right. And then, wow, this is number 3,
You just
records,
sounded like Mike
CDs,
Adamle. Wow.
DVDs, etc., versus a 14 seed of Wheels. Wheels are kind of a big deal.
How is that?
Did Andrew Gunling see these? Like,
That's awful.
as much as we need fucking CDs and DVDs and shit, I feel like
But
Wheels
do we?
are
Because you can get all that stuff just on the TV without anything now.
records, CDs, DVDs, etc. I mean, if we didn't have those growing up, it would suck. But you need Wheels. How is Wheels not like a top 3 seed? Wheels are moving on for me.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree.
And then like this next is just like completely useless. Crop circles versus the BlackBerry trackball.
They're really, really
Was
grasping
this
at
made
straws.
like 15 years ago? You couldn't have like put like anything else on here. There's got to be more than 16 circles to where you could have come up with better options than crop circles and a BlackBerry trackball.
That's
like-
very specific too.
I don't think crop circles are real, so I'm gonna
don't
go
think
with
they
the
are either.
BlackBerry. So we'll go with BlackBerry because that's just gonna lose in the next round anyway.
What seed was that?
6 and 11, so that we'll take in the 11. And then of course they group these two together. Number 7 seed, the fucking sun, it says, and number 10 of the earth. Can't really have one without the other, but we don't live on the sun, so I don't know how the earth is a 10 seed.
So I agree with Earth. Now my question is, and you obviously haven't gone through the 2 and the 15 seed because that's what's next, right?
Wow, that's just so stupid.
If cake or pie is not the fucking 2 seed, I quit. That's round. It's circular.
We're done with food.
Okay, so you're giving me a fucking BlackBerry tracker, but you ain't giving me pie or cake. Fuck off, Barstool. Fuck
Well, that's
off.
because not all pie is round, not all cake is round. You can make a circular or a fucking square cake. Like I don't know who came up with this, but this is the worst
snare
one
drum?
by far.
Like
You could have said any drum. So
fair
the
point.
number 2 seed is a 32-ounce Gatorade opening. This is, I guess,
I'm
because it's
angry.
sports. And then the 15 seed, probably the dumbest one yet, the Circle of Life from fucking Lion King. Like, just this is awful.
I'm sorry, but how's that actually the 15 seed? If you're going to be that obtuse, that actually should be a higher seed. If you're going to have the fucking Earth be the 10 seed, for God's sakes.
You get rid of round Gary and you put like cakes/pie. All right, let's just finish this and then come up with more round things.
Yes.
I mean, a woman's anus would have been better on this fucking list, like for Christ's sake, or just
Your
anus
mouth
in
hole.
general. Like, yeah, your pie hole. All right, so we got sports balls against the letter O. Sports balls. And you got pizza versus bullseye. I mean,
Pizza.
obviously pizza, because fucking round Gary. So then you got wheels versus BlackBerry. Wheels.
Wheels. How is
Earth
Wheels a
versus-
14 seed?
Wait, did we say we're going with Gatorade?
Yeah.
All right, and then Earth versus Gatorade.
I'm going Earth.
Earth. All right, sports ball and pizza. That's finally like a tough, legit matchup. If I had to live without one, unfortunately I'd have to live without pizza because I'm not living without baseball or football. And
What if they
obviously
said if it was
obviously
pizza or
not
like
volleyball.
tennis? Then you'd go pizza, but I agree.
Just tennis, then yeah, sure. But like that, we forgot bowling balls, tennis balls. There's a lot of sports with balls. You could pick up a couple balls and upgrade your sack. So we're going sports ball.
Yeah.
All right, and then the wheel versus Earth. That's a good one too. But like everything revolves around Earth. Earth
Yeah,
literally revolves.
But also the seating is just awful. This is a 14 versus a 10, and it's fucking Wheels and Earth. Like
So
really,
Earth,
I'm going
and
Earth.
then I think I'm still taking sports balls. I don't want to live on Earth without sports.
I would go.
I mean, it kind of has to be Earth. Although life sucks, so I don't know. I don't know how Earth made it this far.
I'd probably go 10 seed Earth as well.
Yeah. All right. We're not fucking ending on that one. We're doing another one. But like, what other circle things could we have? You could have said your mouth. You could have gone dirty and said fucking butthole.
I mean,
I'm staring at my Xbox right now. The Xbox One, the button to turn it on is a circle.
any
fucking
button, really. Most
any
buttons
button.
are circular.
Yeah, you could have put a fucking any button. What else?
Any button ever.
plenty of fucking circles. Like they could have fucking put this, the fucking picture of the fucking hand. Like you could have put that. God, whoever did that, Randy, can you like? Do they say who came up with these? Who's
A
on the
wheel of
lights camera?
cheese, an eyeball,
Eyes should be on there.
the freaking thing that clowns wear, the fucking clown nose. That's round.
So you get rid of Gary, you get rid of fucking petting a dog's belly, you get rid of fucking Gatorade and circle Gatorade being a
A
2
tomato, an orange, a lemon, a pancake.
any fruit. All right, Randy sent me 3 other ones, so we'll do the first one he sent me, and then the other 2 we can save for next week. This one is called The Lamest Moves. Number 1
Any
seed.
move I used hitting on a woman.
Unbelievable. You're absolutely correct. The number 1 seed is Ramy. It's the lamest move. All right, so you ready for these?
Baby.
I haven't read these, so I don't know what they are yet. Okay. Number 1, tattling/snitching. And then the 16 seed. This is I don't like this one. Food allergies. Like anyone can control that.
I'm gonna go.
So like obviously
16
like
seed.
Obviously you're like, oh, the kid with the peanut allergy, that sucks. I can't have peanuts, but like they didn't choose to fuck. It's not like I don't like peanuts. You can't eat them. So obviously tattling and snitching. Or are you actually going 16 seed?
No, I agree with you. Sorry.
All right. Lamest moves. Number 8, being vegan. Number 9, standing a celebrity.
Standing a celebrity.
Depends on the kind of vegan and the kind of standing. Those are both very situational. What's more annoying? Somebody who's obsessed with a celebrity where they don't stop talking about them, or somebody who won't shut up about being vegan?
But now, are they not shutting up about being vegan because they're trying to make you a vegan?
If you're thinking of the worst kind of vegan, then it's like one of those
Yeah.
people who's like, being vegan is really great. You should try this and this and this. Like I know a vegan at work and she doesn't push it on it, but she talks about being vegan, which is totally fine. But anyone who's like, you should do this and try it. Stop eating meat. I feel like that would be more annoying than an annoying celebrity stan. That's tough though. I don't know. Like you could basically, you have a coin to flip.
I got a coaster.
Are there 2 distinguished sides?
Yeah, there's a front and a back.
All right, so that front is the 8 seed and the back is the 9 seed. Try not to get hit.
It's a really heavy coaster. It landed on the 8 seed, and it may
All
have
right, so
broken.
being vegan moves on. That was close though. That was actually a good job by Barstow. All right, number 5, pinching your nose when jumping in the pool. That feels like something from like the 50s. And then tucking in your shirt with a picture of Hank Hill. So I'm assuming like a casual setting where you're tucking in your shirt.
I mean, if you're tucking in a t-shirt like that, I could kind of understand. I would say pinching your nose when diving in a pool is pretty fucking lame.
But what's the reason for tucking in your shirt in a setting like fucking Hank Hill? At least if you're plugging your nose, you're like preventing water from getting in it, maybe saving yourself some pain. Why the fuck are you tucking in your shirt?
I mean, it's a shirt. I mean, a lot of shirts have to be tucked in.
No, but that wouldn't be on the list if it's like
But
a
it
formal.
just, but it literally shows
event.
like Hank Hill and like his jeans and his little t-shirt.
So I'm guessing if you're like just hanging out at your friend's house and your fucking shirt's tucked in, like if I see somebody jump in the pool with their holding their nose, I'm probably not even thinking twice about it. If I see somebody walk into my house to hang out with their shirt tucked in, I'm probably gonna make fun of them.
So I'm gonna make sure I wear a shirt tucked in if I ever see you again. I'm gonna tuck in the green polo.
I would laugh hysterically, especially if we were going like fucking to Burger King or something. You fucking tuck your shirt in. Hey, let's go to fucking McDonald's. Tucks the shirt in. I feel like
a 3-piece suit.
I want the. I think I want the 12 seat to move on. I feel like you wouldn't make fun of somebody. You wouldn't be like, "Yo, dude, he held his fucking nose when he jumped in," but you would totally whisper about the guy with the shirt tucked in.
I mean, now they specifically make shirts that are meant to be worn untucked.
I know. So I feel like. Can we
agree
have
with you.
12
I'll go with
seed?
it.
All right. So this one probably hits very home to you. Oh, this 2 of these, the 4 seed hits home to you. The 13 seed hits home to me. 4 seed, falling down in public, which you've done. 13 seed, wearing glasses. How is that on this list?
How is that lame?
How is that on this list? This is like
Sorry for wanting to see the world.
This is like 30, 40 years ago when you're a nerd when you have glasses. Like, come on, really? Like, I have a choice.
I mean, you could get contacts, but then you have to put things in your eyes and just
Also,
know.
nobody's falling down in public on purpose.
Yeah, but
Unless
just
you're
clumsy
trying to be
assholes.
I guess by default, falling down in public has to. Like, if do you ever see anybody wearing glasses and go, yeah, lame? Like, once I talk to you, you can say I'm lame. That's fine. But you don't just judge people on wearing glasses anymore.
No, there are people that have those. I don't think they're here. Those really big like frames in their glasses that make them look like a bug.
I wish I could rock those. So we're going with the Raimi special, Falling Down.
Yeah, the RP.
All right.
I just called it the RP. I wanted to say Raimi special. I said RP. So there we go. I don't know my alphabet.
What? The RP?
I meant RS. I said RP.
The Raimi penis. All right. Number 3. This is awkward. Messing up a dap. And then 14, being pranked. I don't get it. The lamest move is being pranked.
Being the pranky, not the pranker.
No,
I'm gonna go with messing up a dap.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna waste my time talking about this one. Being pranked makes no sense. Yeah, messing up a dap is the worst. I've gone back to people and be like, we got to do that over again. Like they'll walk by and dap and no, fix it.
The 100%. Worst is like if you think you're going for a handshake and they're going for like the fist pound, and you're like, I'm a dick. I'm just gonna hold your hand now.
It's terrible. All right, so the number 6 seed is nothing we've ever done before. Neither of you, we've never even experienced this.
Had sex with a woman?
It's bragging about sex. And then the 11 seed, adult autograph seekers. Nah, bragging about sex is way more annoying. Yeah, autographs are fine as long as you're not being an asshole about it. But I don't like people who are like, "Yo, dude, I got laid last night." Like we're in our 30s. We don't talk.
They actually piss me off. They even pissed me off when I was in college. Like that just.
Yeah, I never. That's not something I ever talked about. Mainly because I've never seen a woman naked. But
you've seen them naked, but you just have to pay.
No, never in person. It's always been on like camera. I've wasted like over 30 grand on just cam sessions.
Those are still a thing?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, there's OnlyFans, so you can like just pay them directly now. So number 7, crying. Number 10, failing to start a chant. Oh, failing to start a chant is way more embarrassing.
But this isn't embarrassing. This is lame.
Well, that's pretty lame. I feel like crying is not like I'm not going to judge somebody for crying.
No, I mean there's
much.
I mean, like if somebody's like, at a game, I got a paper cut, I'm going to start crying.
I mean, Sal tried to get the "Let's Get Sexy," and Q started the "My Wife Left Me," and that's pretty lame.
Yeah, I would say failing to get a chant going.
All right,
that was 10 seed.
Yeah, and then the number 2 seed is it just says coughing after a hit, with a picture of what the fuck is this? I guess somebody getting hit in the face. I don't know what that means. Coughing after a hit. Oh, we're fucking stupid. Coughing out like a hit of a fucking.
I thought
If you couldn't tell, we don't really smoke. Wow. Yeah, that's what I thought because that's what it looked like. And then 15 seed, caring about things. That's lame. What the fuck? It just says caring about things with a picture of 3 Care Bears.
Fuck you, Barstool. Caring about having feelings is lame.
I love that. It just says caring about things. Yeah, so we're going with the 2 seed. But I feel like even people who smoke a lot, don't they do that?
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's lame. All right, so it's tattling, snitching against vegan. I feel like stitching. Wow, I just combined fucking tattling and snitching to stitching. That's probably gonna win because
snitches get stitches, bitch. Snitches get stitches.
All right, so that moves on, and then we got the tucking in your shirt versus falling down in public. What's more? I feel like just what's lame is a fucking guy walking down the street with a t-shirt tucked in. But like, how often do you see that? That's not really realistic.
No, because if you're gonna see somebody with a shirt tucked in, it's like
let's just say falling down in public and then snitching beats that already. Like we don't have to go back to that side of the bracket.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so we got messing up a dap versus bragging about sex.
This one's tough. This one's tough. For me, like if lame is messing up a dap, being just a douchebag is bragging about sex.
Yeah, but you don't mess up the dap on purpose.
No,
like it's lame, but it's more awkward than lame. If
It's
you're fucking
uncomfortable.
coming up
It's
to
embarrassing,
"Yo,
yeah.
what's up, dudes? Fucked your mom last night." You're like, dude, you're so fucking lame.
And it was
Get
actually
outta
my
here.
dad.
Hey, fucked your dad. It's tough. I feel like I would rather have somebody come up and talk to me about having sex than missing a dap. But I feel like the lamer action is to go up to somebody and brag about
sex.
All right, so the 6th seed moves on, and it's a picture of Allison Hannigan from fucking American Pie. And then
That was the 5 seed, wasn't it?
6th seed.
6.
And then the crying. What do we do? Failing to start a chant and
Coughing. Getting a hit. Failing to get a chant.
Yeah. So what is it? Bragging about sex
or a chant
versus
fail.
bragging about sex.
Yeah.
And then we got the snitching versus just being a general douchebag. I feel like there are certain times where snitching is, obviously, snitches get stitches, but like sometimes, but it's a very small like percentage of.
I would say bragging about sex is the winner because you're just a low life piece of garbage.
Yeah, but what would you rather have done to you?
Have someone? Would I rather have somebody snitch on me, or would I rather have somebody brag to me about having sex?
Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't you rather just deal with the guy bragging and then be like, all right, cool, walk away? Then say you did like the most minor thing at work and somebody fucking snitched on you, and you're like, what the fuck is that? I feel like
what if they snitch on me because I was bragging about sex?
Then you're just a winner in general.
Them together.
You're a ginormous winner. I feel like it's the obvious snitching, but yeah, because like say you're just like taking a break at work, you're not doing anything, and somebody goes to your manager and is like, hey, they're downstairs not working, and then you get in trouble for it. Like, who the fuck does that? You're like the lamest of lame. At least a guy like had sex.
But how is bragging about sex the 6th seed?
Yeah, it feels like it should be higher.
That should be like a 2.
That's one of the most lamest.
Coughing when taking a hit was a 2 seed. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's. I feel like bragging about sex should be that. Because I don't smoke at all, never have. But as you see in every movie with fucking smoking a joint, they're always, yeah, man, and shit like that. So like,
yeah, because it depends on how much you inhale it. Like it, that's not lame to me.
I did not inhale. All right, we're going snitching / tattling. So for next week, we have best gas station snack bracket. Interesting to see what's on there. And
burritos got to be top of the bracket.
Also, you go to gas stations for burritos
all the time.
And also, the worst fandoms. I have not looked at them, so we'll look at that next week.
Ooh, that one's I'm excited about the worst fandoms.
I think we're going with a half-hour episode. We should changing our format to half hours. Just
the internet
it'll be nothing but unusual deaths and brackets. That's what our podcast is becoming.
What people want to hear.
Randy, I hope you have a lot more brackets to send us. Just start making up brackets if you have to. I don't care.
Oh, if Randy made up brackets, probably be better than the Barstool brackets. Some of them.
Randy, give us a list of things to do in Griswold, and we'll do a bracket on that because I've been up there. It doesn't seem like a lot to do.
Can we get a bracket of the best brackets?
Oh yes, just send me 16 brackets and I'll see them, and then we'll do a bracket of the best brackets. All right, well that killed half an hour. I like these brackets, Randy. Thank you for sending them to us. Anybody else has anything like that stuff? We'll talk about that. Always looking for content ideas. So what's next? I'm getting ready. I'll update the banner. What's next?
Since we both finally watched the Batman, well, really me, because I was 2 weeks behind you and talking and seeing the Batman.
The Batman. Roll across the bottom.
I'm Batman.
All right, you watched it more recently, so you take control. Maybe I'll jog my memory of what happened.
Well, I liked it. Okay, so let me just get that. I don't think it was better than any of the Christian Bale Batmans. It was definitely different.
Maybe Batman Begins. It's better than Batman Begins, but I don't think it was even better than The Dark Knight Rises.
It couldn't hold a candle to The Dark Knight, though.
I don't know why people, when it first came out, people were saying that, and I was like, "There's just no fucking way." And of course, it was not.
I enjoyed it. It was
really good.
I appreciated that you didn't have that origin story of how he became Batman and all these things. He was already established as Batman. He was young in his Batman career. By the way,
You don't really
spoilers,
need that.
spoilers.
I mean, if you haven't seen it by now, fuck yourself. But yes, spoilers.
Skip ahead like 15 minutes.
I feel like
If
most
that.
people probably haven't seen it. Who listen to this? I know Randy hasn't seen it. So Randy, if you want to watch, this is a podcast for Randy. So if you don't want to watch it, then skip this part. All right. So
Just skip until the banner no longer says the Batman. How about that?
No, that'll probably be the rest of the podcast. I probably will forget to change it, and then we'll be at the end, and I'll change it. So, how do you want to like review this? You want to go through part because it was like I was watching it. We watched it on HBO, and it felt like I didn't feel like it's over already, but it also didn't feel like I sat there for 3 hours. I was entertained from start to finish.
I
It was
actually
very
agree.
linear.
We had to like pause it at one point because I think we wanted to get another drink or somebody had to use the bathroom, whatever it might have been. It was like an hour and 38 minutes in. I was like, I even said to Kate, I was like, it feels like we have not been watching this for an hour and 38 minutes. It didn't feel like it was that long of a movie because I was entertained throughout and everything just kind of felt important to the story.
I don't know if I'd make this up, but it felt very linear to me. It didn't go like too high. It didn't go very low. It wasn't any boring parts. There weren't a lot of very exciting parts, but I was entertained throughout the entire time. So I'll go by the cast and you tell me if you like their performance or not. So fucking Bobby Pattinson as Bruce Wayne / Batman.
You tell me. You go.
Pat. I thought he was a really great Batman. Fucking awful Bruce Wayne. And I don't think it was his fault. They just did nothing with Bruce Wayne. He was barely in the movie. And it's the weirdest thing to say, but I wish they had more Bruce Wayne than they did in the movie. It's fucking weird. You'd think the opposite, but there was no Bruce Wayne. And when it was, he was just like a little fucking emo bitch who was like still not over his parents' death. And he's still like just angry. And it was very weird. I did not like their Bruce Wayne.
I think, that maybe hopefully opens up for the sequels to kind of delve more into his personality to where now maybe he's more accepting of what happened to then alter his personality. But he was a little emo bitch. Even when the Batman mask, he had eyeshadow on. Like when he took the mask off, like bro had eyeshadow.
Yeah, it's very weird. But I thought he was a good Batman. I liked his costume. I liked his fighting skills. And it was very like fucking dark and like he's more of a. I guess it was because of the Riddler, but it was like a detective. It was very much like the video game, the Dark Knight video games.
It didn't feel like a superhero movie to me. It felt like a crime thriller.
It was like more of a crime movie. It was definitely not a superhero movie. It's very weird like that. And then Zoe Kravitz was Catwoman. I thought she was very good.
She was good.
She didn't do anything exceptional, but I thought she was good for whatever that role was supposed to be.
I just want to know what happened to all the cats. She only left with one cat at the end. What happened to the rest of your cats, lady?
Hey, she's driving a motorcycle. You can't take all of them.
Get better transportation.
Left all the stray cats. And then I really like Zoe Kravitz. I was gonna say Jeffrey Wright as Gordon. He's from fucking James Bond. I always liked him in those movies. He's a good actor.
I actually liked him better as Gordon than Gary Oldman.
No,
I did.
Just stop.
I liked him better in that role.
Just no. And he was really good too. Just Gary Oldman was fucking awesome. Nothing about this movie is better than The Dark Knight. Nothing. But Colin Farrell, who's like, I was like, I just don't understand like how they fucking made him look like nothing like him. Like you couldn't even if you could have been uncredited and nobody would have ever known he was in that movie.
I would have had no idea. I mean,
looks nothing like him.
It was like 4 or 5 hours of makeup he had to go through to get like.
Doesn't seem worth it.
That.
But like as good as he was, like was he better than fucking Danny DeVito? Like Danny DeVito's Penguin was fucking like fugly.
Yeah, but I mean, he was really like Danny DeVito was made to look like a penguin.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want. Like Colin Farrell was just like a fucking fat dude.
And he wasn't even like
he didn't really serve much of a purpose in the movie, to be honest.
He was kind of an afterthought because I think they're going to revisit him in a future movie. I think he's getting a spin-off series too.
He is, which is, I bet you that's why he was in the movie to begin with.
Kind of laid that Easter egg for it.
They probably had that fucking laid out where it was like, well, we'll do a show about him, so let's just fucking put him in here. And then Paul Dano is the Riddler, which was fucking very Jigsaw vibes. Barely in the movie with his actual face. But I liked that whole creepy vibe of the Riddler, like anything like fucking John Kramer and Saw. I like that. So
were you able to solve any of the riddles before they gave the answers?
I don't think I honestly don't remember.
I think like one of them I did, and then the other ones I was like, oh, that makes sense. Oh yeah, the one at the end where he was talking to the uncredited cameo of who ends up being the Joker.
I try
Like
not
that
to
one
like.
where the answer was like a friend. I was like, ooh, I knew that one.
I try not to use any brain power watching a movie. Just fucking watch it and enjoy. And then John Turturro, great actor. He was fucking. Although I realized that in different movies and different comics or whatever, his name is pronounced differently. In Dark Knight, it was Carmine Falcone. This one, it's Carmine Falcone. I think Falcone sounds better, but he was Carmine Falcone in this one.
And Falcone does sound better. I can understand why they went with Falcone because of the whole the riddle about the bird thing with the rat.
I mean, but it's Falcone, not Falcon. Still spelled with Falcon.
That's true.
Falcon. It was weird. I was like, wait, what? Isn't it Carmine Falcone?
I like the kind of the swerve where he ended up being Zoe Kravitz's dad in the movie. Like I was not expecting that swerve.
Yeah, that was kind of odd. I was not expecting that. And then basically the rest of the cast was nobody's, but Andy Serkis was Alfred I guess he was fine. He's no Michael Caine though.
No, definitely not.
Kind of hard to top.
He was definitely different. I mean, he was 30 years younger than what Alfred was in the Batman and the Dark Knight movies.
But like overall, just the plot of the movies, like then I didn't like how like Gotham got like completely fucking destroyed. Like it felt like Batman didn't even win.
Got completely flooded.
Like it was. There's no coming back from that. Like you've completely fucking flooded the entire like Manhattan.
They're gonna need FEMA and about $100 billion worth of.
Unless the next movie is taking place like 30 years in the future when it's all finally cleaned up, I'm not totally sold on that ending.
Is that how Ben Affleck comes back as Batman?
Yeah, he's just.
It's canon.
Oh god, I fucking got the pre-sale code for the Bridgeport show. Yeah. Pasted.
When is that?
July 23rd. Saturday night's main event is apparently what they call all their house shows.
On Saturdays?
Saturdays.
I thought it was only like one a month. I didn't realize it was every Saturday.
My friend Nicole, she said the Sunday ones are just called Sunday Stunner, which it's like somebody was just like, just throw a fucking S word on there and let's deal with that.
So if they ever did a Raw house show on a Friday, is it Friday Fight Night?
That's probably, you just throw that out, the Friday fucks. That's what it's called. And it's just fucking Kevin Owens. Yeah, so overall, the Batman on IMDb is rated an 8. I feel like that's pretty good.
How did you in the box office?
Its opening weekend did 134. Total domestic gross 369, and currently gross worldwide, surprisingly, it's only at 767.
That's still pretty good though, because the budget was what, like 150, 160 million?
Doesn't fucking bother. It has to be at least that. Those fucking movies are always crazy. Let's see. What do you think the Dark Knight is rated as?
The Dark Knight, I'd probably say a 9.3.
9. Batman Begins 8.2. I want to see what.
So we're saying this is. So we're saying Batman Begins was better.
I wonder if it's higher than Batman Begins. If it would load, I would tell you. Let's see. The Dark Knight. Scroll down. The Dark Knight Rises 8.4. So it got an 8.2, a 9, and an 8.4. That's a pretty good trilogy right there. So let me see what my friend just said. I'm told VIP packages for $500 is a way to get the front row. You also keep your chair. Sometimes they do that. Do you still have your chair from the bullshit NXT chair they gave us, which was just a generic? As my camera goes out,
I do.
Fucking annoyed me. Platinum seats are the seats around the ring, controlled by the promoter, and released here. Oh, they aren't sold by us. They're at the window. Damn. All right. I'll try to get, like, I don't want to drop like $500 on a fucking house show, but I want some good seats.
Because house shows, I feel like, are, I don't want to say better than TV, but it's a different experience.
Yeah, they do more shit for you, for the crowd. They're not playing up to TV, so it's
more entertaining. There's less downtime.
The fucking company's literally fucking a half hour from Bridgeport, and they haven't been here in 4 years. I don't understand why it's not on your yearly rotation.
That I didn't realize it's been that long.
For TV, especially, because the fucking Vince Triple, they could just go home. Like, why would you not have it here every year? It makes no sense.
Was the last pay-per-view they had, was it NXT?
They never have any. They've never had a single pay-per-view in Bridgeport. The last thing they've done is NXT, and that was 4 years ago already.
Wow. It doesn't
That's
feel like
nuts.
4 years either.
No, not at all. That
was 2018. I thought that was 2019.
It says returning to, maybe it's WWE hasn't been here since.
Because I feel like Takeover
Look up when
25
Adam
had to
Cole
be-
won. Look up when Cole won the title. But it said they've returning to Bridgeport for the first time in 4 years. So they must not. They obviously nobody gives a shit about NXT. Clearly, that doesn't count as main roster.
It was June 1st, 2019.
Oh, so that was the last show I went to because I.
Oh no, you froze.
Did you hear me at all?
Oh, you said that was the last show you went to.
Oh, because when my camera froze, I said it was being a bitch. Yeah, because I couldn't figure out at Backlash. I was like, yeah, I think WrestleMania 35 was the last show I went to, but it was Bridgeport. Fucking NXT 25 in Bridgeport was the last show I went to before WrestleMania Backlash, which I don't think that was next on the list, but that's what we're going to talk about since that segue was too perfect.
Yeah, that was too perfect for a segue. As you're changing
But I'm going to change the banner. I don't have a Backlash banner, but I'll make
the Takeover 25, which was the last show I went to. Let me just go through the card with you right now.
Hold on, let me see if I can remember it. First match, I don't know if was there a dark match because I know they had tapings. They had because like
NXT matches. There was no dark match.
Mia Yim beat fucking Bianca. I know that. I won $100.
Yeah, you did. That was actually the second match. There was one match before that.
I don't remember the first one. It's probably something dumb. But
Keith Lee defeated Kona Reeves.
Wow. Okay, the first match was Riddle and Roderick Strong.
Yep.
That was fucking awesome.
Do you remember who won?
Yeah, Riddle.
Yep.
And then I think the next match was probably Breeze and Velveteen.
It was not.
Was it the women's match?
It was not.
There was only 5 matches, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the tag team ladder match with the fucking D-bag Street Profits one. Then it was
Profits.
Then I'm gonna say the women, or it was the women the co-main event.
Women was the co-main event.
Yeah, so that was Tyler Breeze and Velveteen, which was actually pretty good.
Yep.
That whole show was fucking awesome. And then what was it? It was Io and fucking Shayna before Io turned heel and somehow got even hotter. That was a great fucking show.
It really was.
Except there was a fat D-bag sitting in front of me, so I couldn't really see.
He wasn't in front of you.
Just agree that he was a fat D-bag in the front row.
Oh, no, there was a fat D-bag in the front row.
Yeah, definitely. It was kind of annoying, but, that was a good show. That was the last show you went to.
Yep.
That was the last show I went to until fucking WrestleMania Backlash. So, since I was there, you have the TV perspective. Cody Rhodes defeated Seth Rollins in 20 minutes. Felt like it was better than the WrestleMania match, which was really good.
I wholeheartedly agree.
The crowd was fucking hot for this match.
That was better than their Mania match. And their Mania match was great, too. So they just have like a chemistry together that just works so well.
I forget what spot it was. I think it was, did Cody like reverse something into a crossroads and then Seth kicked out?
Yeah.
Because that really popped everyone. And then the pedigree kick out was really good. So that was, it was fucking, this pay-per-view in general was just like so surprisingly good. For
I feel like
6 matches with one title match being Charlotte.
I feel like they do that a lot. They give you like a meh card, and you're like, this is going to be terrible. And it ends up being great. It's the most random pay-per-view I think I can ever think of. There's like, they have so many stars who weren't on the show at all. And it was a pretty good pay-per-view. So then there was Omos beat Bobby Lashley, which it is what it is. Also better than the WrestleMania match. I was going to say, that was better than the WrestleMania match, too. Now, isn't there a steel cage match next week? Probably, but not. That obviously wasn't that great, but it was whatever. It was fine. And then Edge defeated AJ Styles by TKO, which I thought was better than their WrestleMania match. Damian Priest banned from ringside, yet comes out, and then they do the thing where, I'm not at ringside, even though he technically gets beat up by Balor at ringside. And then went into the ring. Shouldn't it have been a fucking DQ? And they wrestled right back where we were, the little ramp area or whatever, the exit. So I thought that was better than WrestleMania. It was pretty good. What'd you think of the reveal of? I thought Rhea it was because when we were sitting, we couldn't tell, and I thought I saw like how Ciampa walks, so I was like, yeah, it's got to be Ciampa. And I was disappointed because I wanted it to be Ciampa, but I don't really. I get Rhea in there, but I also don't get it. Like she's just gonna be a sidekick and not be champion ever.
because she's not going to win a title.
When she obviously was wearing a mask and not
Apparently on
Styles,
TV you could tell like by her pants, but like we couldn't see it from where we were.
At first, when it initially happened, I thought it was Ciampa too, until she got on the ring apron. And I was like, oh, that's a chick.
He would have probably gotten a huge ovation too.
She got a good pop for it.
I wanted Dijak to come out and fucking join the stable. He would have gotten a huge pop in Rhode Island.
There's still time. Not for Rhode Island, but there's still time for that. I mean, I don't understand why they broke up her tag team with Liv, because I feel like you could still have them in that stable and keep them together.
With Liv? You need two women in the fucking... What are they called? Judgment Day? Are they fucking running the pay-per-view? Jesus.
And soon they'll bring no mercy upon the Armageddon of the rest of the roster.
Liv's got to get...
And it'll be Unforgiven.
Yeah, and then if you fuck with them, you'll receive backlash.
And they're just going to go over the limit.
Oh, my God. And fucking, if you get convicted, you'll receive capital punishment. Fucking awful. I feel like Liv is probably going to get pushed, which she should, but who knows? So then,
but I mean, like, what's Rhea going to do now? Is she going to take the title off Bianca?
No, I doubt it. She's just going to be a sidekick, but she'll get TV time every week. All right, so then Ronda defeated Charlotte in probably, and this is unbiased here, probably the worst I Quit match ever. They literally did nothing special. Nothing we've not seen before, nothing unique, literally nothing. And then the end spot, she has her arm in a fucked up position, and then when she goes in for the final kill, it's looks like it hurt less. And she screams, I quit.
She put it in a better position. It was more comfortable.
I went to the bathroom before their entrances, and I wished that the line had been longer because I got back before the match started, and I was pissed. Because I didn't miss it. The line
was still long, though, too.
Yeah, it was a long line, but fucking Charlotte just sucks. Ronda's not good either. They're just bad.
It was easily
It was better than their Mania match again.
It was better than their Mania match. But it still wasn't good.
They didn't do it. Like, they didn't fuck up like as much as they felt like they did at WrestleMania, but they didn't do anything. They didn't really wrestle that much in the crowd. Not that many weapons. It was a boring I Quit match. You could have done a million things, and you decided to do none of them. They just suck so bad. But now, and then, of course, Bayley didn't come out, and I was disappointed.
Ronda's the champ now on SmackDown. Charlotte's taking time off to get married to the AEW scrub Andrade.
AEW Dark Master? I hope he ruptures one of her titties on their honeymoon, and she has to take even more time.
Take 6 months. Take 6 years.
Go away. Just retire. Have a kid.
Who's Ronda going to lose that title to? Is she going to be champ until Mania next year? She can't be.
I mean, she lost at Mania now. She got pinned. She sucks. They have to see that she sucks. They have to just start making her normal.
They need to make her a heel because the crowd just doesn't like her.
Bayley should beat her.
I wish.
Anyone. She sucks. I don't even know who's on SmackDown.
Well, Lacey Evans isn't.
Lacey Evans also sucks. Like, her promos are like god awful. Those are not doing what they think they're doing.
No, they are though, because she's going to be a heel on Raw. She's not even going to be face.
I don't believe that.
Tell me how that makes sense.
That doesn't make any sense because they're doing the exact. They're giving you the story of her fucking life and how like she was fucking raised shitty and now she became a woman and then she comes out on Raw as a fucking face.
It makes no sense how they would have.
They probably saw the reaction. We're like, yeah, we got to fucking fix this. And they're gonna make her a heel again.
But when she came out on Friday on SmackDown, she actually got a decent reaction.
Yeah, but it's because people are fucking dumb. Just fucking somebody comes back, you got to give them the obligatory welcome back.
But like, who is gonna? If it's not Bayley, who the hell beats Ronda?
Fucking
Shayna?
Somebody will beat
Nia?
Sasha
Nia,
could beat
Natalia?
her.
Like
Sasha's once she gets out of that awful tag team. Are they even on SmackDown?
Yeah, they're technically on SmackDown.
Now. SmackDown sucks now. I don't get
Raw's
it.
better.
It's like they just flipped completely. It was like, all right, we're gonna stop trying here,
and we're gonna try more here.
And then Madcap Moss, who I actually fucking like a lot, defeated Happy Corbin in a pretty useless match.
The match was actually not bad though. Like it was just, it was fine. But like,
I'm glad Madcap got a pay-per-view match, but you could have put like anything else there.
If they were the only kickoff match, that could have been a kickoff match.
That was the only real weak spot. And Madcap Moss was kind of over. And then I was fucking amped for the Bloodline, but I was so pissed when they won because I was expecting the faces to win, and I really wanted them to win. I was getting caught up in it, and then.
Oh, you just went on mute. You're still talking and you're on mute.
What the fuck. It unplugs, comes back on, and it's somehow muted.
That's funny.
Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I haven't touched the computer and shit just decides to unplug. Fucking
So you were
ridiculous.
saying that you were pissed with the Bloodline one because you got into it.
Yeah, and then but the ending was cool where he barely makes that tag and then comes in out of nowhere. But the crowd was fucking on fire for that match.
That was
Randy Orton is so goddamn over. It's insane.
also like how good is he? This is honestly, I know he said this, but this is you can tell it's the most fun he's having.
It's because fucking Matthew Riddell, who recently divorced, didn't realize that ended up getting a divorce. Alex, for some reason, pointed out the only single person in that match was Matt Riddle.
Why does he
had
point that
gotten
out?
a
Is he trying to
divorce.
think it's got a chance?
Maybe.
Was he looking at his feet when he said it?
Oh, his fucking feet. Mikey fucking what I forget what it said, but I responded. I was like, "Yeah, we could use more feet in the WWE." He goes, "Yeah, I wonder what Veer's feet look like." And you saw the tweet, Alex, and we finally found the tweet of Mikey. Let me fucking read this. It's the greatest.
Vicky?
We've been talking about this for years. Just remember the phrase, "Oh, yeah, I do you," from Mikey. Oh, where did I save it at? Fuck. It's the funniest thing ever. Because now you can Twitter advanced search on your phone, which I didn't know.
Did he do that while you guys were driving to find it?
We were stuck in the fucking parking lot. I have to go back to the group chat. I told him to send it just to me so I wouldn't have to do this. Group media. Technology, people. This is fucking bullshit as it's fucking loading. Where are you? Okay. Vicky Guerrero, 11/13/2011. She tweets, this is when her name was Excuse Me WWE. Thank you, everyone, for showing your love for Eddie. My heart is heavy, but rejoicing that he is in heaven. Mikey responds, at Excuse Me. We died laughing because we didn't know about the second part of this. He just goes, I'd do you. Winky face, not even an emoji. The winky face. I'm drawing a blank. What's it called with the period and the colon? The period and the comma? Semicolon, yeah. And then the parentheses to make a winky face. RT question mark. She's talking about her husband's death. And he says, I do you, and asks for an RT. It's the best shit ever. For years, I'd just be like, every time I'd see a woman as a joke, I'd be like, yeah, I do you. Like referring to Mikey.
Does it say what time of day he made that tweet?
11:17 a.m.
Oh, was it like 2 a.m.? Was he hot and horny?
She must have tweeted it that morning, and he just responded, I do you, and asks her to RT that. Back when RTing was a thing, where you wouldn't be able to just retweet. You'd have to like copy their thing and write RT at the beginning. Oh, the early days of fucking Twitter.
The good old days.
I got more excited for that than anything on the pay-per-view when he actually found that, because I've searched an advanced search before and I've never been able to find it. I have to.
Did he search with his old handle, and that's why?
No, just you can go to someone's page on the app now and just type the little question or the what's it called, magnifying glass up top, and you can just search anything.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
And then he responded by who did he tag? He tagged make it a quote. Do I have to can't find it? Where are you? Just talk amongst yourselves as I look for this.
What's make it?
Yeah, it's called Make It a Quote. It's just just a random page. Quote or reply to a tweet and mention me to generate a graphic. And so it's his profile picture in like a silhouette, and then it just says at Excuse Me, I do you, RT from Peace Frog at A1 Nature. It's the fucking funniest shit ever. And sadly, I haven't seen Mikey in like a decade. No, it hasn't been that long. It's like 8 years. Sad.
That's depressing.
If he listens to this, hopefully, because we're always like occasionally be like, yeah, we'll do something, and then it never happens. But I haven't seen him since early 2015, I think. It's sad. But yeah, the Bloodline wins again. I'm on the full downswing of not caring about Roman anymore. It's the same shit.
I still care about the Usos though.
But they're sort of the same thing, right? You have a long reign. Good. I prefer long reigns, but they hardly defend the title, and they're just his sidekicks. It's like, at what point do you like do something different?
Well, you saw the report that he's apparently going to be off TV for a few months.
Roman?
Yeah.
For what?
He might be shooting a movie or something. He's only like scheduled for like 2 pay-per-views until Labor Day, and that's it.
You could easily I guess you tape a segment fucking in your trailer or some shit like that's. Then take the belt off of him.
That's what I'm thinking too.
It's bad enough that you're somehow running Raw well without a champion, but to have both shows and champion just not be on TV at all, get the fuck away from the unified titles. Give
That
me
could
both
potentially work, not having the champion there, if you're going to elevate the Intercontinental Champion and the U.S. Champion, which they haven't been.
You can't unify the titles and then take the guy off TV. Just go back to, and then fucking Money in the Bank, which I didn't even notice. Cody's promo said the winner of Money in the Bank gets a title shot at Mania.
I thought it said they get a chance to main event WrestleMania, which to me, I guess I took it the other way of he has the chance to say, I'm going to cash in at WrestleMania. Not that you're guaranteed a WrestleMania match.
From what I was reading, it sounded like he was just saying, you imagine if they did that, where it's like, you win Money in the Bank and you hold it from July to fucking April, and then you get it. So you would do one Money in the Bank for each, and then one Royal Rumble for each. But it's so dumb because that takes away what the whole point of Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I don't like. I hope it's not that.
Would be
I hope
really
it was
bad.
Just him. I hope it was just you could say, you can call your shot. Say, all right, I won Money in the Bank. I'll see you at WrestleMania. I wouldn't hate that, but I don't want it to be the guaranteed stipulation of, oh, you win Money in the Bank, you get a WrestleMania match. That's fucking stupid to me.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Because then what's the point of the Royal Rumble? You can't even choose who you're facing then, because then you're just going to face the other. You know what I mean? Like that just.
Or you could they'd do a thing where it was like somebody picks. I don't know. They do a fucking drawing out of a hat.
The Money in the Bank winner against the Royal Rumble winner. The winner gets to choose which champion they get.
They'd probably do that. They could do that all the time. So the next pay-per-view is Hell in a Cell, which I feel like they really need to just get away from, so we can have Hell in a Cells at like random pay-per-views instead of its own pay-per-view. I don't feel like we need this gimmick pay-per-view anymore.
And because usually you'd use a Hell in a Cell match to blow off a big feud. Like I could see.
Well, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I could.
They're probably but no, it's not going to be any title matches. You're going to probably put AJ and Edge in there again, and then Cody and Seth have to be.
See, I was thinking,
is there a women's match that goes in there?
Potentially Becky and Asuka.
That's too soon.
Too soon.
That felt like that would feel dumb. Be like, hey, yeah, we haven't faced each other in like 2 years, but like we have history, so let's just go in the cell.
But I mean, Edge versus AJ, definitely. Seth versus Cody, agreed. I mean, just give us the match we want. KO versus Ezekiel, Hell in a Cell.
I can't tell you how much I enjoy Kevin Owens. That's Elias. Like just him saying that is amazing. Well, then you do those two matches, and you probably do Roman and Drew in the cell. Alex thinks Cody has to be the one to beat him. I feel like you just wasted 2 years with Drew if you don't have him beat Roman.
Why can't it be both?
Story. The only thing that's left for Drew to do is finally beat Roman. Because he got fucked by Roman every fucking step of the way. The only thing left for him to do is finally win the title in front of a crowd and beat Roman. I feel like Cody's too soon. Let him fucking build up to it. But you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to wait too long.
Yeah, you want to strike when the iron's hot.
That's why you need 2 fucking belts.
But why can't Roman lose his title to each of them if they have 2 belts?
You really gonna have Roman lose twice?
I mean, you could.
He hasn't lost in like 6 calendar years.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying, like he could.
Last time he lost, he was actually Leaki. Is what I've heard.
I mean,
it's
obviously,
fucking believable.
If we're building to Rock versus Roman, that does not need a title. It doesn't. It shouldn't.
I feel like that's sort of like that's not happening. We've been talking about that for what, like feels like 4 years.
Well,
it definitely doesn't
going to happen in LA. If it doesn't happen next year in LA, it's never going to happen.
What if they want it at like 40?
No, fuck that.
That would be a hell of a main event for the 40th anniversary. I could see them doing that, but it all depends on The Rock. What he's fucking filming. But like that, if that match would annoy me way more if they had a title involved, because obviously Rock's not winning a title, and then what if he did? Just hey, here, relinquishing it.
That's why Rock versus Cena for the title annoyed me so much.
Well, Rock was at least champion for 3 months.
But I mean, it pissed me off that CM Punk lost the title to The Rock for that.
Oh, nobody liked that. Yeah, but CM Punk was going to lose it anyway. Looking at hindsight, fuck CM Punk. But whatever.
Hindsight, totally fuck CM Punk.
But I guess he was going to lose it soon anyway. So I guess. But I remember being pissed when he lost, and he lost to a people's elbow, not even a rock bottom. Fucking hated that.
But now, what would you do with Cody if you're going to have Drew be the guy to beat Roman? What do you do with Cody?
Just keep him fucking beating the shit out of people. He could, I guess, take the U.S. title, but you want to elevate a guy like Theory.
But then if Cody's the U.S. champion, he's now a mid-carder.
I mean, he's a mid-carder right now, and he has no title.
He doesn't feel like a mid-carder, though.
Yeah, but if he won the U.S. title, he wouldn't. Didn't John Cena feel like a mid-carder when he was U.S. champion? Not really.
Kind of.
He didn't, though.
Make him U.S. champion, have it be the championship?
By definition, Cody is actually fucking worse than a mid-carder. He opened the show last night, so
He's a curtain jerker, you're right.
I feel like you can elevate that title, but I would keep it on Theory. Although Theory, I mean, you could push him without it, but I don't know what he does after Seth. Who's another big guy on fucking maybe Omos?
Oh, God.
Do you imagine Cody feuding with fucking Omos?
That would be
Like, who else is on Raw?
KO.
I would actually kind of like that a lot. But there's got to be a huge fucking... Maybe it's KO versus Elias inside the cell.
I mean, I could...
Ezekiel. And I don't know why.
That.
Somebody needs to bring in Damian Sandow to play Elias.
Yes.
So we can... I don't know. It's such a dumb story, and I fucking love it so much.
Because
it's clearly not... It's clearly Elias. And everyone's like, what are you talking about, dude? And they showed the picture of fucking... I forget what his real name is, but fucking Elias with fucking Shawn Michaels from back in the day. I think he's our age.
I think he's younger.
Oh, God, he's a year younger. Jesus.
He was 87, wasn't he?
Jeffrey Sculio. And then there's the photoshopped picture of fucking him and himself. Oh, it's the fucking best. That's so fucking funny.
I could see them doing some like backstage thing with CGI where Ezekiel is with Elias, and they actually show it.
I wish they would do that, but I feel like that's too cool for them to do. Because Kevin Owens is fucking losing his shit. I don't care if he's a fucking mid-card right now. It's so fucking funny.
It's all he's mid-card, but it's also elevating Ezekiel. And then when you include the Alpha Academy, it just makes it fucking gold.
I always like to look at it like, do you ever see Ezekiel main eventing WrestleMania? Like,
he would have to shorten his name to Zeke.
Why would they do that to him? Why would they change him from Elias? Like, what was the point of that?
Why couldn't he have just been Elias with this new attire? You know what I mean? Like, why'd they have to do that?
I don't get it. They must have wanted to go far away from what he was doing, but
he was so over when he was that too. He didn't wrestle ever, so I'm glad he's actually wrestling now.
Pisses me off.
And I was looking at the Raw roster of who could Cody feud with next. Send Veer.
Just bury him.
Because I mean, think about it. The only other heels that are worth a damn, Edge. He's not going to feud with Edge next because
that would be kind of cool though.
I agree. I don't think it's going to be the next route.
Maybe he brings in Ted DiBiase Jr.
I wish. Dolph Ziggler.
He's still fucking a thing. I haven't seen the Dirty Dogs in fucking weeks.
Yeah, what happened to them? He lost his NXT title and went away.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen him since then.
The Miz.
You think he's mourning that Sonny's in jail? You saw that she got arrested with like 13 counts of like manslaughter or some shit.
Oh, yeah, for being a drunken idiot again.
She's a moron. She's going to spend probably the rest of her life in jail.
Frankly, she should.
At this point,
does she still have a license?
It's beyond pathetic. She's an idiot.
I mean, you'd said this before. SmackDown.
And I'll say it again.
Ooh, nice.
Get it?
SmackDown is not as good as Raw currently. Whereas for a long time, Raw was awful. SmackDown was the thing.
It makes no sense.
Every segment on Raw actually feels like it matters. It feels important. Even the stupid backstage shit with the 24/7 title. That's entertaining.
I wonder if Roman is to blame. Like, he's 25% of SmackDown most nights. But like the rest of it is not good. You got fucking Michael Cole and Pat McAfee jerking each other every fucking week. It's just nothing about SmackDown is appealing anymore.
I like Pat and Cole together, though. He makes Cole much more tolerable. I know you don't like his over-the-top reactions.
Yeah, I hate that shit. If he would just be normal, I'd deal with it more.
But I think he is being normal. I think he's being himself. He's an over-the-top jackass.
I'm still annoyed that Michael Cole has a job and fucking Tom Phillips is an Impact. Tom Phillips was fucking better than Michael Cole. Fuck Michael Cole. Idiot.
Tell me how they really feel about it.
But fucking, I don't know. Like, SmackDown is just like, I watch the Yankees usually.
No, if Roman does, go away for a few months or whatever, maybe that makes SmackDown more refreshing because now you're going to need to fill up, another 25 minutes on the show.
I just get the fucking title off of him. There's only so much I can take of a guy never losing. Like we fucking already did this with John Cena and shit. Like John Cena lost more than this.
That's true.
This is insane.
And John Cena was a face too.
Like I'd be fine if there was another title. I would be less annoyed, but now he's got both titles and you're still winning and you're just going to not defend the title and like just take the titles off of him.
I mean, he's only had the second title for a month now. Maybe they get it off him
the
sooner than
entire
later.
your flagship program 3 hours has no champion. The only time you're coming on is to feud with the tag champions. And Drew McIntyre just got involved. What was it? R. Clay Bro?
Or was RK McBro is what
Yeah, but
called
fucking
him.
somebody else tweeted.
Yeah, RK
R.
Bro
Clay
sounds
is
much better.
But Randy says the 3 most dangerous letters, and he says RK Bro.
RK Bro.
That's more than 3 letters. You just say RKB doesn't sound as good, or just say we're gonna fucking I don't know what better way to say that, but it sounds dumb. All right, so you put in Bobby's Burgers Palace. What did you want to say about it?
We talked about Bobby's Burgers Palace last week. I need to hear the actual review of the burger and the fries.
So the cook actually jerks off into your burger. It's like a special
sauce,
special secret menu. So they upgraded their buns. I didn't even notice this until I took like 3 bites, and then I texted you. I was like, oh, this is not the shitty seeded bun anymore. And their fries were actually not those overcooked, like shitty fries. Whatever sauce they come with, it's that like purple. It's like that pink. It's like Sawsome sauce from Wendy's. It's actually pretty good.
Like ketchup and mayo together almost.
But they no longer put barbecue sauce out, so I had to like ask for barbecue sauce. But overall was a really good burger. They only need to fix is like the buns get too soggy because it has an egg on it and then I put barbecue sauce on it, so the bun didn't hold up as well. But it's a damn good burger.
Well, it's hard to keep it from getting soggy. If you have
I don't know if it was toasted or not, but if it wasn't, then they should. If it was, then yeah.
It looked like a brioche bun though, which I had said last week.
I think that's what it was. It was fucking. That's just a no-brainer. The seeds were just not good.
I mean, a sesame seed bun is common for hamburgers.
And I got McDonald's.
Just hamburgers in general, sesame seed bun is the most common type of bun.
I feel like it's not. At McDonald's it is, but like Burger King I don't think has it. All the fast food, Wendy's doesn't have it. It's just not as good. You don't need that. Like I want a good potato bun. I wonder if they can like fucking Bobby, you're a fucking chef, make your own potato bun. But the burger, the brunch burger, fries and a drink was only like $22. Which for a casino, I was like, wow, I don't remember it being that reasonable.
Did you guys go there just for Bobby's Burgers Palace before the show?
Alex wanted to gamble, and then I ended up getting sucked into gambling and losing money. I was even on a couple of things, and then I played Wheel of Fortune until I lost all my money.
How long did you gamble for? Like 10 minutes?
It wasn't even an hour and a half. I think we lost combined like $500.
Jesus. Just burn your money next time.
I was just trying to get a spin in Wheel of Fortune. I spent more than had $300. One eventually to get back to even on one of them, so I probably spent the equivalent of $400, and I got one spin on the fucking wheel, and it was being $50. So pissed. That's why I don't ever go there. I usually just go when Randy's there and watch him gamble, and then sometimes he'll throw me $20 to put in a slot machine. But I was even on the triple diamonds. I was even on roulette, and then fucking blew it all on Wheel of Fortune. Never again. Hate it. Hate the casino.
See, I would never. I don't know why, but I would play like blackjack before I would play roulette.
You can't play. I guess if they have video blackjack, I would do that, but I didn't see any. But like, I don't want to go near people. I don't want to have to do math in front of people. Are you kidding?
So you did like the video roulette?
Yeah. They also.
I thought you actually meant like you were at the table doing roulette.
Fuck no. Even if I wanted to do that, usually those are full. But like they have the giant ones where it's like you get your own table and then there's a big roulette. But I did the one where it's just like a machine, one machine. But I hate that. I wish if there was video, because blackjack's the most likely that you'll actually win. But like I
feel like it is.
If I could do it at the casino where the dealer would tell me what I have. Like, this is 7 and 5. What do I have, sir? Oh, yeah, you're going to want to hit. But, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, shit like poker, like, people calculate the odds of what on their hand. I'm like, I don't understand what the fuck.
It's like, I feel like poker and blackjack and things like that, it takes more skill. I feel like a roulette isn't as much skill.
Blackjack is luck. Because poker, you can calculate odds based on your hand with cards on the board, which I don't understand. Blackjack, you're just like, you should hit on 6 or stand on 16, whatever the fucking rules are, But it's like, seems like the dealers always have like a fucking 10. So it's just like,
10,
one time I played
yeah.
blackjack at the casino the first time, it was just like, I think I lost like 3 hands in like 30 seconds. They were like, this is where the money goes. You don't ever touch it again. You have to do this with your hand to show the cameras. And then it was like, boom, 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 gone. I was like, all right, peace.
Have a good day.
Gonna leave. I come here for the food. I'm not gonna play these games. But it gets boring. That's why I was playing. So I was like waiting for Alex, and I'm like, all right, I'll just keep playing. And then I was determined, like, I'm not leaving until I get a fucking spin. And then fucking took forever, and I lost all my money. So
see, like when Kate and I would go to the casino, we like walking around and just like watching all the depraved people like sucking on their cigarette at 7 a.m.
you just stare at people. But you
Yes,
seem
we
like the
do
type
watch.
of person who would do like penny slots for no reason.
No, I would do like the dollar ones.
I don't believe that at all. So you don't seem like a big gambler if you're doing slot machines. I feel like
Yeah,
you'd
I'm not
just
a big
sit
gambler.
you'd put in $1 and just play the fucking pennies. Like that sounds like fun if you're just trying to kill time, but you can't win any real money that way.
I don't want to lose real money either.
I put in, then don't go to the casino.
But we
Stay
only go
off
to the
the
casino
casino
if it's
floor.
for like a show or something like that.
Go to the show and get out. Don't even go to the casino. Like I went there for the food, and then like I played a $5 slot machine once, and I was like, why did I sit down here? This is a fucking terrible idea.
Lose $100 in 2 minutes.
One spin with like the all credits, it was like $20 was gone. I was like, oh yeah, that's why I don't do this. Forgot. So that was fucking awful. But Bobby's was good. And then the Dunkin' Donuts Center is a fucking nightmare to get into. We sat on the highway.
Isn't that like right across the street from the mall?
We sat on the highway and the street to get in for over an hour. It was just horrendous. And it took about half hour, 45 minutes maybe to get out of the parking garage.
How many people does it seat?
I think it said 1,200-ish.
12,000?
Yeah, 12,000. I think it was
1,200. Like you in traffic for that long for 1,200 people?
I think it was 12-4, what it said, but for wrestling, who knows? But it's where the Providence Bruins play and shit. So it's a nice arena. It's just fucking, and I can't imagine going there for like Rhode Island Comic-Con. Like the traffic's must just a fucking disaster.
You'd have to go somewhere else and like Uber there or
It's fucking
walk
terrible.
there.
Oh, you want to talk about the Brady Fuck's job? Every time I see Brady Fox job, I'm like, what's the fuck job?
Well, like I don't understand this motherfucker who, retired, came back. He's gonna play until he's like 75, whatever.
Are people really watching games based on the announce team? Like really?
That's what I don't get. You're not you're not turning off a game like, oh, can't watch this.
I would say
not Joe Buck. Click.
I would say that makes no sense. But then remember when we all didn't watch Monday Night Football because they were so bad? So
yeah,
I feel
but
like maybe
if my team is playing, I'm not going to
well,
not watch because
yeah.
of the announcer.
But like if you're just getting a random game in your area and it's like, I don't really want to watch that. Ooh, but Tom Brady's announcing. Yeah, maybe you might get some people, but like, why would you give him that much money? What does an announcer bring? Like, if you could just give me a normal announcer who's good at his job.
But also, wouldn't you think the play-by-play guy who's telling you what the fuck is happening is more important than the other guy?
No, they're never the celebrity. They're never the former athlete.
No, you're right. I don't
weird.
get what
his deal is ridiculous. It makes no sense.
Yeah, 10 years, $375 million, which is $37.5 million a year. So it's double what Aikman and Roma are getting, which is about $18 million per year.
Like, I just don't like who's really watching games based on like I just don't understand. Like it's not like you have a choice. I guess what do you have the DirecTV package from like back in the day? Ooh, which game should I pick? None of my teams are playing, but this announce team is so good. You're just gonna pick based on the announcers. I'm picking based on the game.
Exactly. Which game seems the best? But also, like if the Cowboys aren't playing and they're not on TV, I'm watching Red Zone.
That too. Now that's a thing. Although it's been a thing for a while, but now that it's like available everywhere, 100%.
And it's way more popular than it had been.
So I don't understand why you would pay that much money for somebody.
But also, where are the networks getting this kind of cash? Why is Patrick Mahomes? Why is Patrick Mahomes still playing? Retire tomorrow, and you're going to get as much money, but without getting hit.
No, that's just his backup plan. You want to play until you can't play, but knowing that the network has all this fucking money, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
But also, he's never done it. Like people
Yeah,
can
but
say
he's smart. You listen to him talk. He's smart. He just sounds like an idiot sometimes.
Yeah, but all the
Like
times
just
that
his
Jason
voice.
Witten talked in post game things, he seemed very smart. That's why people are like, he'd be great at broadcasting. So he went into broadcasting, and he was god awful. I hope
feel like
Tom Brady
I feel like
is Jason Witten bad.
although Drew Brees wasn't very good.
Drew Brees sucks too, even with his new hair.
Yeah, I don't. His new hair. Why do I feel like I don't remember that?
Drew Brees, he
like
suddenly had hair when he became an announcer.
He go the who's the famous guy? Somebody did that too. Where they just all of a sudden, John Cena did it.
Yeah,
just
he
all of a
got
sudden
like
had
hair plugs or something. Like if you look at him in like his last year with the Saints, he has like no hair. Then all of a sudden he's on NBC. He's got like a full poof of hair.
Yeah, his voice is annoying. It's also about the voice too. Like Brady's just maybe it's just because I don't like Tom Brady that much. Although imagine if he was still on the Patriots, he'd be even less tolerable. Like he's more tolerable now that he's actually like can show personality and stuff. But still rooting hard against the fucking Bucks.
Completely. Me? But I mean,
although he wins every other year, it seems like.
Yeah, he'll probably win next year and then retire.
He's due to win.
Would it not be the most hysterical thing though if he is just god awful at it? It's just terrible.
I'm trying to think because like he's probably gonna be good. The only thing annoying, like Mike Tirico's good at play-by-play. I just can't stand his fucking voice. When I listen to him, like now Sunday Night Football is so much worse. You had fucking Al Michaels and Collinsworth. It was like the best.
Yeah, now you got Tirico and Collinsworth.
Where's Michaels? Amazon?
Yeah, with Kirk Herbstreit.
Oh, Kirk Herbstreit is terrible. Why do people like him? His voice is terrible too. Seems like a good guy. Don't want to listen to you talk.
It just blows me away. Like
he's getting paid for all he did on the football field to be an announcer.
I know. Like Romo got 10 years, 180 million. Then you got Peyton and Eli. Now you got Brady getting 37.5. You know what Peyton and Eli should do? They should demand a Manning cast every Sunday that Brady is doing a game on Fox just to beat him in the ratings now.
They'd beat him at least fucking
twice.
At least
maybe 3 times.
Brady, I think Peyton beat him twice in the AFC title game. So beat him 4 times. 4 out of 10. I also don't get Romo getting that much money. Why are you paying announcers this much money? It's football. I'd watch it if there were no announcers. Like it just makes no sense. All you need is a play-by-play guy and a analysis guy who at least knows what he's talking about. Like you're running Mark Schlereth out there on the C team, and that guy's a fucking moron. Like seriously.
It makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't want to say what value they're bringing. But if you, like you said, if you get somebody that actually knows just what the fuck they're talking about and their voice isn't like mine, nails on a chalkboard, like you're not turning the game off because the announcer sucks. If you're there to watch the game because it's 2 teams you want to see fucking play.
People love Romo because he's like predicting the play and stuff. I'm not really like, that's not big for me. I like Jim Nantz because his voice is good at narrating the game. Same with Joe Buck. Joe Buck kicks a lot of shit because he says stupid stuff sometimes, but like he's a fucking great announcer. And now he's not doing baseball anymore. Like
which is just it's tragic.
Who is doing baseball for the playoffs now? Joe Davis or whatever his name is, Joe something.
I think it's Joe Davis. I think that's his name.
His voice is pretty good, but it's very like monotone kind of. It's weird.
It's unfortunate that Joe Buck isn't getting to do the playoffs because he's great.
I guess he didn't. That doesn't really matter to him anymore.
No, there was other stuff that mattered more to him. I mean, he's going to get to spend more time with his wife because she works for ESPN too.
Oh, well.
So I get it. But the amount of money that's in broadcasting that people are getting now is disgusting.
Troy Aikman getting more than Joe Buck doesn't seem fair, though.
Tom Brady getting more than Troy Aikman and Joe Buck combined seems even less fair.
It's kind of funny that he's getting more than Troy Aikman. Fuck Troy Aikman. Overrated piece of human garbage.
But also now hasn't Brady...
face.
Kind of Leatherface. That was good. Hasn't he kind of set the market now for what a broadcaster is going to get? Like,
I mean, if another broadcaster comes out with 7 Super Bowl rings, maybe.
What if Aaron Rodgers retires tomorrow, goes to Amazon for $38 million?
He's more. I think he might be more annoying than Tom.
Yeah, he is. He is. Hands down.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers. I hope they lose too, but I have to root for them if they play the Cowboys. So I don't want to be too mean to him.
That's true.
Because They didn't play the Cup, right? No. Who beat the Cup? The Niners did, right?
Yep.
Anybody. It's like rooting for whoever's playing the Rangers right now. So the Penguins are currently winning. So I'm still terrified that they're going to fucking blow it.
I hope next week we can talk about the Penguins-Ranger series that the Penguins have hopefully won at that point. Because tomorrow is game 5 or tonight. No, tonight's game 5.
No,
tomorrow. Last night they lost, so tomorrow's game 5.
I hope that just get them eliminated. And then other than Boston, it's really nobody. Well, Toronto kind of, but
that's just the Griff factor.
Yeah. I like that Toronto hasn't won one in so fucking long. Neither has Canada at all. But the NHL is weird. The Panthers lost like 7 games at home all year, and they lost game 1 immediately. Makes no sense. And then the NBA, like, I don't know how the Grizzlies even were in that game last night without John Morant, like, and they almost won. It's like I don't understand anything anymore.
And the Celtics were down most of that game, ended up winning last night
by 10. Like, I don't. It makes no sense.
The Suns suddenly look so incredibly beatable.
Well, Booker came back, so I don't know why. I guess Luka's just really good.
And he's playing hurt, so he's not 100%, but still.
That's probably why then. Because I don't know who else is on Dallas besides Luka. Imagine if he had any help.
But doesn't he have... Oh, no, he doesn't have Porzingis anymore. I don't even know who the fuck he is.
I feel like that would be more of a hindrance if he had Porzingis. What team is he even on?
Didn't he get traded to, like, the Wizards? Something like
Porzingis.
That?
He is on the fucking Wizards. Let me see the Dallas Mavericks roster. Shout out to Britain. I'm actually a huge Mavericks fan.
I like Mark Cuban.
I just like them. I think I liked them even before this, but once they beat the Heat, I was like, I'm fucking sold on you guys forever. You're the fucking best.
Who are you rooting for between the Heat and the Sixers?
I find myself rooting for the Sixers just because, like, it's so weird. I don't hate the Sixers, but I hate all the other Philly teams. It's fucking strange because they've been so bad for so long. And, like, trust the process. It's like I feel so bad that it hasn't worked at all. And when when Toronto beat them on their run to the title, that pissed me off.
I hope the Sixers go so deep into the playoffs. They may not have to win the championship just to, like, it'll piss off Nets fans so much. And that's what I'm finding joy in.
And Griff.
All right, Griff.
Let me tell you if you know. Let me see if you know any of these guys. Davis Bertans.
I feel like he used to play for the Wizards.
Sterling Brown.
Isn't that an actor?
Kind of sound. Isn't there like a K Sterling Brown or something like that?
That's who I think. Can you check that for me? Because I feel like that actually is somebody.
Oh, he's a black guy you would recognize in People versus O.J. Simpson.
Oh yeah.
This Is Us. Yeah, that guy. Then Jalen Brunson, Reggie Bullock, Trey Burke, Marquez Chris, Spencer Dwindle, first guy I've actually heard of. Some guy named Luka Doncic.
Oh, Luka Doncic.
Yeah, the French guy. Doran Finney Smith, Josh Green, Tim Hardaway Jr., former Knick, Maxi Kleber, sounds like a porn star. This is your favorite player, Boban Marjanovic. That fucking, you know that guy. He's like the really ugly tall guy.
Who probably never plays a single minute.
No. Oh, I fucking forgot about this. Frank is on the team. Frank Ntilikina.
Oh, yeah, Frank. Yeah.
Fucking guys might win a chip. Can't believe I just said chip. And then Theo Pinson, Dwight Powell round out the team. How is that team this good? Well, obviously it's because of Luka. But
I feel like Dorian Finney-Smith went off the other day. He scored like 30 points or something like that.
It's fucking completely random, this shit. And I like how the Mavericks have their fucking roster page set up. It's like full-length pictures.
Oh, really?
All right, so that's really random fucking. And then you have a music question.
Yeah, so Kate and I were in the car the other day, and a song came on.
Does your head get fucking hurt with these headphones?
Yeah, didn't you notice I like took one off?
It hurts so much. I'm like, I just want to wear my like ear pods, but like I just keep wearing these.
So we were in the car the other day, and a song came on Sirius, and I'm not going to
Sirius.
Sirius, yeah.
Yep, he was serious.
I do.
Interesting.
So now let me ask you, what do you think of Bon Jovi?
Fucking love Bon Jovi.
Yeah, everyone loves Bon Jovi, right?
I would hope so.
Yeah,
there's nothing to not like about Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi song comes on. It was "It's My Life." banger.
That's
classic.
late Bon Jovi, 2000 Bon Jovi.
Yeah, so it's still classic, like great song.
Yeah,
And
now
she goes,
2000s are classic now, oldies.
it's depressing. So Bon Jovi, I'm ready to like rock out. She goes, "Oh, can we change this? I hate him." Like, I'm like, excuse me, what?
What has he ever done to hate for anyone to hate
You
him?
hate Bon Jovi? She's like, all
Him
he
or
does
the
is
music?
just scream and yell in his songs. I'm like, yes, he's
He doesn't.
talented.
He doesn't really yell.
And then she was like, I'm sure he's probably just gonna blow out his voice and not be able to. I'm like, yeah, he did that. That's why he doesn't sing the high note in "You Give Love a Bad Name," because he hurt his vocal
on a
cords.
prayer.
No, it was. I thought it was the high note in "You Give Love a Bad Name."
Is there a high note in that song?
I thought so. Maybe you're
Living on a
right.
Prayer
Maybe
is-
it was the high note.
Whoa! I
Maybe it
remember
was
there
that one. You're right.
There was a
My
clip
bad.
I was watching from some documentary where
Well, he
was
did something to his vocal cords, so he couldn't hit that anymore.
Really? Because he had a cold one night. He's like, I don't know how I'm going to hit the fucking high notes. Like,
But
really? He
she-
hurt his vocal cords?
I think so, but she doesn't like Bon Jovi. I was like, I don't even know who you are.
Does she think it's a screamo band? He doesn't scream.
I mean, she knows Bon Jovi, but she's like, all he does is yell in his songs. Like, I was aghast.
He doesn't even yell in his songs, though. Have you listened to Living on a Prayer? If you listen to It's My Life, there's no yelling in that song. What? Is she mistaking him for some other 80s band like fucking
Like, I was
yells? He doesn't yell.
Speaking
Also-
of, though, I just Googled Bon Jovi vocal issues, and apparently there was an article a day ago saying Bon Jovi vocal issues, what's going on, and can it be fixed? Oh, God.
Well, I mean, he's also well past his prime, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. If he was doing this 30 years ago.
How old do you think Bon Jovi is?
He's probably pushing 60. He might be over 60. I'm going to say 62.
He
59 to
is
62.
60.
Crazy. Fucking Bon Jovi. 60 years old already.
So when It's My Life came out, dude was a year and a half older than you and I are right now.
And that was 22 years ago.
How insane is that?
60-year-old Bon Jovi. People are getting older. Like, they're starting to die.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's depressing.
So that was my
Right.
music question. I just needed to understand, like, if you thought Bon Jovi just yelled in his songs.
I've never heard of
I didn't.
anybody. Well, that he definitely does. Like, if you don't like him, everyone has their preference for whatever reason.
But that's
like,
why
I've
she
never-
doesn't like him, because in
I've
her
never-
mind, Kate, I know you're going to be listening to this. Matt agrees. Get the fuck out of here.
That's like one of the more tame 80s rock bands. Like, if you had said, yeah, Bon Jovi's too hardcore for me, I would just what? Like, they're definitely more tame. It's like saying Def Leppard is too heavy for you. Like, it's not heavy at all. It's like more pop rock.
Metallica's easy listening.
Yeah, Metallica. If you were yeah, Metallica's too hard for me. Okay, fine. But that's interesting.
She's really into Fozzy, too, for some reason.
Oh God, she must have been there on January 6th.
Fozzie Bear from the Muppets.
What am I doing? Unusual death. Let's right into the unusual death because we're about to wrap up. I'm gonna pick the most recent one.
Do it.
March 4th. We haven't done 2022 yet, have we?
Yeah, we did.
What did we do?
I think her name was Jean Langham.
Oh, we did that already.
Yeah, she got blown over by the helicopter.
Oh, that's right. All right, then I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what year? 2000 was It's My Life?
Yeah.
All right, let's see anything from 2000.
Every time I hear somebody say 2000, I think of that Conan O'Brien skit in the year 2000.
Year 2000? I think we did this already. Yeah, we did a 2000 already. Fuck me. We did, remember Bliss Scott?
Oh, is that the 7-year-old?
Yeah. All right, just pick a year.
How
I
about,
could do this guy named Steve Irwin from 2006.
Oh, Steve Irvine?
So
Is that
give
Jericho's dad?
I wish he had pulled out.
Me too. Me too. How about 2007?
2007. I hate people who say that. 2007. Have
Have
we
we
done?
2007?
Do you remember Humberto Hernandez? Did we do him?
Isn't that Angel Garza's tag team partner?
Yes. Extremely racist. All right. Humberto Hernandez, June 21st, 2007, 24, an Oakland, California resident, was struck on the back of the head by an airborne fire hydrant
Oh my!
while a passing car struck it and the water pressure shot it at him with great force.
So he's
Thank
just
you.
like
you,
walking down the
Wikipedia
side of the road.
You don't
Fire
need that
hydrant
last
just
part.
comes flying at you.
Apparently.
Fuck.
Apparently. That's you're not gonna survive that.
His head must have gotten caved in.
So a passing moron hit it, and the water pressure shot it at Humberto with great force. He's not going to be kissing any women after that.
That's like a really good aim of the fire hydrant.
Like I just picture it getting shot up and then like falling on him, but like, what did it go? And like straight and
That's what, like I was thinking. Like if it hit him in the back of the, if it hit him in the
Was he
back of the
driving?
head, it had to have like gone
It must
horizontally.
have been. I wonder if he was walking because just as a resident was struck in the back of the head by an airborne fire hydrant.
It doesn't sound like he was in a car.
It's weird.
Yeah, we look at the side of the road. That's insane.
I can't wait to forget about him in 5 minutes and then relearn about him tomorrow.
And then get
next
angry
week.
next week.
Poor
What the fuck was
Humberto.
his
That's a
name?
shitty way to go.
Wow, that's pretty terrible. So
Let
it leads us into on this day then.
Let me change the banner for at least this one.
So we have some birthdays today. This is actually kind of ironic because 2 weeks ago we did his death, but on this day in 1838, John Wilkes Booth was born.
Fucking love Johnny Wilkes.
Johnny Wilkes. He did 2 weeks ago on the pod. We did his date of his death.
Yeah, he did. What?
What I tell you, he did. We actually have a couple wrestling birthdays today.
Who?
Tito Santana.
He's got to be over 70 now.
Ooh, so close. He's turning 69 today. Giggity.
I just looked it up. What's his name? Like Solis or some weird Hispanic name.
Wait,
Merced something, I think.
Did not know that.
Is that what his name is? That's your cue to look it up.
Oh, I'll look it up. But as I'm looking it up, so probably 20 minutes from where we live in the little city of Beacon, there's actually a taqueria that's called Tito Santana's Taqueria. I wonder if he owns it.
Do you think it's named after him? Yeah, his name is Merced Solis.
I never knew that.
Well, why would you know that? I just happened to look that up the other day. Tito Santana. I'd go there instantly.
Really wonder if I've never asked why it was named that way. We used to go there all the time when we lived in Wappingers.
It's a great place to live.
Right across from Duchess Stadium. The other wrestling birthday that we have today is turning 54, one William Regal.
Still don't know how he's that young, but also he sucks now because he's in AEW.
He's the only entertaining thing about AEW at this point.
Yeah, but didn't he have that like long-winded promo that forced like a match to get cut or something?
Yeah, that was his first day. He's learned.
Fucking guy, first day in AEW, 50th year in the business or some shit. He can't fucking remember to stop talking.
50th year in the business. He's 54. He came out of the womb just swinging.
You know those fucking English people? They get in the ring right away. I forget what match he fucked, but I remember it was somebody. He had to apologize.
And he got so much shit for it.
Dipshit moron.
So some deaths that we had on this day.
Wheeler Yuta. He killed himself this morning from having to play fourth fiddle.
Jesus Christ. Fourth fiddle to two guys and a manager. That's pretty bad. Paul Revere died on this day.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I hope you can hear
Stonewall.
me. Yeah, you froze that entire time.
1863.
Yeah,
I don't know if you are not moving or you froze. I think you might have frozen, and he's gone.
I can hear him. He can't hear me. Yeah, you froze. You were the one who froze.
Oh, you froze on my screen.
I know your entire screen froze. Like you're still grainy.
That's
like
weird.
I heard you for a little bit of that.
I heard nothing from you. I just saw your face not moving.
Yeah, you. So you didn't. I didn't really get who died.
Paul
or
Revere.
Who was born.
Paul Revere died in this day in 1818.
What the fucking British are coming?
Yeah, that guy. Stonewall Jackson died in 1863 on this day. And serial killer John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown, was put to death on this day in 1994.
Good to see his son succeeding today in the wrestling business.
Good old Joe. Good old Joe Gacy.
They look alike.
A couple of events that happened on this day. Let's see. On this day in 1940, Winston Churchill succeeded Neville Chamberlain as the British Prime Minister.
Adrian Neville?
You wish.
Fuck that
Whatever
guy.
happened to that
Is
guy?
he even still? What the hell? Yeah, what the fuck happened to Pac?
Jesus, I forgot he was even in AEW. Fucking Pac and Death
He's probably sitting at home bitching.
Probably. On this day in 1994, Nelson Mandela was sworn in as South Africa's first black president as well.
R.I.P. to him.
Poor
I
on
don't
out for
remember
him.
when he died, but let's see.
Is he dead, or is that part of the Mandela effect?
I gotta look up the Mandela effect because I forget how it's connected to him. Like, did somebody remember something about him and that's how it came, or is it like not related to him at all?
I know it is related to him. I think it was about like him being in like prison or something like that.
Wasn't he in prison though?
I believe so.
Isn't that the whole point? You'll have to talk about that next week.
You got it.
Maybe we'll actually stick to that for once. Every time we say we'll talk about something, we have a whole fucking list of shit we never followed up on.
But damn it, we did it with the chalk outlines, baby.
That's true. Let me put that in there. All right, it's in the Google Doc officially. Anything else?
That does it for us.
Wait, there were no events? Nothing?
I mean, there was a couple others. Okay. So
yeah, I want to know everything.
These are just going to depress you, though.
That's fine. I can't get any worse than I am already.
I don't know. On this day in 1267, the Vienna Church ordered all Jews to wear distinctive garb. So they
I feel like that should be mentioned. Yes. Because some people feel like their rights are being violated just like that now.
And in 1278, the Jews of England, all the Jews of England,
all 9 of them,
were imprisoned on charges of coining.
All right, what's that? What is coining?
Coining?
I'm willing to go a little bit further just to find out what coining is.
Coining
is a sex term.
Is
awesome.
Loading.
I don't know if I've heard that term. Coining. I know what coining is in like the selling market. You like put a coin next to whatever you're trying to sell so they somehow proves it's yours. People do that with trading cards and stuff.
It's like minting silver coins.
So it's exactly what they were put in jail because they were making their own money.
Yep.
That's the Jews for you. We're not just going to take your money. We're going to fucking make it. Yay, Jews. All right. So let's see. Let's see if you're watching this on YouTube and you made it this far. I should have remind me to start with this next week. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment, anything. Tell me to fuck my own face. Just respond.
Well, somebody on last week's episode left a comment wanting to know if you're a top or a bottom.
Oh, that was Bobby.
Yeah, you're a top or a bottom.
I forgot about that. Good call.
I forgot who said it.
Bobby said it.
No, I'm saying that's why I didn't remember who had said it at first.
Bobby was pissed. He texted me. He's like, I was supposed to be the guest on the 25th episode. And I was like, yep, you're right. That was the plan. It's never put in stone, but we're really dragging our feet with a guest because it's like, what do we do with a guest?
Talk to them.
They need to have but about what though? Whatever's
bring something to the table. They need to come with a topic ready to talk.
If Bobby has a rant, he can come on for at least half the episode. I need him to bitch about something. But the Mets are good, so if they had sucked, it would have been.
If they had signed Trevor Bauer or something, that would have been something to bitch about.
But Bobby, I'll make it official right now. I have no idea when, but Bobby Gross will be the first guest on the podcast. He will be guest number 1, whether that's episode 100 or it's fucking, I don't know, next week.
The lost episode.
He's the first guest. All right. I'll make that promise. He'll be the first guest. But if you're watching and listening, which I'd like to know if you listen, because I want to know who our like 10 streamers are. Fucking like tweet us, Instagram, something. Let me know you're alive.
We're worried about you.
If you're watching this, leave a comment. Anything. Questions, comments, concerns, brackets. If you guys have brackets, we'll take all the brackets. And then we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.